Most receiving yards in the last 2 seasons. Who were in the top 3 in the NFL?
I'm going to go Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, and Justin Jefferson.
Give me the order, though. Was that your order?
That's
Jamar Chase 1, CeeDee Lamb 2, and then Justin Jefferson 3. You got 2 of the 3 right in the wrong order, though. You want to try one more time?
Just give it to me. I got 3 right. That's all that matters to me.
You got 2 right. Amon-Ra St. Brown is number 3.
Oh!
2,778 yards in the last 2 seasons.
Okay.
Number 2, Jamar Chase. 2,924. And in number 1, the most receiving yards in the last 2 seasons, with missing his quarterback most of 2024 and missing games in those 2 seasons, CeeDee Lamb, 2,943 yards.
Oh, so he just edged out.
By, what was that, 20-some odd yards?
Good goal. All right. I can dig that.
That was it.
Nice little nugget that you pulled out there. Nice little side piece of information there.
CeeDee Lamb's a top 3 receiver in the NFL, right? CeeDee, Jamar, and Chase, top 3? Well, because, a lot of people...
Did you say CeeDee, Jamar, and Chase?
That's how good he is. And Jefferson. That's the 3, right?
I would say so. I think you can quibble maybe on the... you're going to have some... Detroit people will chime in with the Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I think there is a tier to it, though. I think obviously Detroit fans, but I think people even who just watch the NFL, I think there's a little bit of a gap right there. Those 3...
I agree.
Are like, you have to double team me or I'm going for 100 every game.
Tyreek, if he's with the right quarterback.
That last year...
no, he was a disaster this past season.
I would probably put that next tier is Tyreek, Devontae Adams, Puka, and who do we just... And Amon-Ra.
Amon-Ra.
Probably that's that next tier right there of like...
And I would argue with Tyreek Hill.
Would you throw A.J. Brown in that same category?
I think you could almost... And I would definitely put A.J. Brown in that same category. I would almost... oh, my goodness. Cade Cunningham... I've been trying to tell you. I've been telling you, I love Cade Cunningham's game.
I told you. Pistons, baby.
I am a Cade Cunningham guy. I'm telling you right now. I love him.
Buzzer beater for Cade Cunningham as they beat Miami 116-113.
What a shot.
They're beating the Knicks.
I tell you what,
look at Bam. They've lost 9 in a row.
Yeah, it's a rough go right now if you're a Miami Heat person. But
actually, not. They probably want to draft big. You probably want to restart. You don't really want to be the 10 seed for what?
For like the 3rd out of the last 55 years, whatever it's been.
But back to the receiver conversation.
Just pull up. Boom. Off the glass, too. That's the even best part about it. Off the glass, he does this.
Shout out to Bam being able to be mobile out there and guard him, but not enough.
Well, mobile-ish.
Okay.
Mobile-ish.
Here's a question. I'll throw it to you guys.
Here's an answer.
Okay.
What you got?
No, Chris Olave's not in there. Continue.
No. That was not
Someone said Terry McLaurin.
In what?
I think he's tier 3. Continue.
Yeah. I was going to say, do the 2 LSU youngsters, Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr., where do they
They're tier 3.
Year 1.
They're tier 3.
After year 1, where do they fit?
I'll put them in the 3rd tier.
They were amazing.
Yeah.
But also they showed why they were rookies at some point. Malik Neighbors started really hot, teetered off a little bit.
And
Brian Thomas Jr. started slow and then took off in the last part of the season.
Yeah, and he was banged up, Malik Neighbors was, and had horrific quarterback play.
So I'd probably put in that. Mike Evans, is he more tier 2 or tier 3?
Tier 3.
I give him tier 3.
He's not as much in the... Who do we throw in tier 2? Puka, AJ, Amon-Ra.
He's at the bottom of that tier.
Devontae.
Devontae to me is tier 3.
No, you said Devontae was tier 3.
I'm talking about Devontae Adams, yes.
Yeah,
Adams 2, yes. Smith 3.
Oh, yeah, Devontae Smith is tier 3.
Adams
100%.
T. Higgins 3. Teetering on 4, honestly. His luster to me has fallen off a little bit.
It has. That's why I can't believe they gave him $28 million. Because I think you could have I'm not going to say you could have found another guy in the draft, but I'll put it like this. I feel like you could have saved that. You could have gotten Devontae Adams at your number 2 in Cincy and paid half of that of what you paid for T. Higgins. The thing about the Bengals that I just can't wrap my brain around is,
should we put Drake London?
Nah, he's tier 3.
He was 4th in the league in receiving.
No, he was. Let's see him.
1,200 yards.
And he's finally getting some solid.
So is he top of tier 3?
What's Garrett Wilson? If we're going to start doing that,
Before this year, I would have told you he's comfortably tier 2, but after this year,
Who's that, Garrett?
Garrett Wilson.
Yeah,
he's
I
tier
agree.
3.
He's tier 3. Now, Garrett's
Going
tier
into
3.
the year, he was tier 2.
And Garrett should be happy he's tier 3 with how he just played. Like, he's middle towards the bottom of tier 3.
Well, but I
talent, like projection,
well,
yes,
that's what I'm saying.
what
I mean, but I'm not mad. That's why I'm saying, like, that's why I don't understand where people are so, and I do, but I don't. For people to.
Garrett was 14th in the league in receiving with above 1,000, 104, right above it. 14th in the league. Had more receiving yards than Scary Terry, A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, Zay Flowers, Cortland Sutton, Nico, Mike Evans.
Does Aaron Rodgers come back? I'm starting to think that he's done.
I think the NFL is kind of just said, hey, man, look,
there's not that many spots for him.
You've done enough.
Well, he doesn't want, I mean, he doesn't want to go to Pittsburgh. He doesn't want to go to the Giants. And
I feel like the whole thing with the Vikings, he said like he's not in a rush now.
Well, he was just waiting on the Vikings, and the Vikings came out and said today that they're going to make J.J. McCarthy their starter, and they will sign a veteran quarterback, but it's not going to be Aaron Rodgers. So, because look, I mean, the reality is that they want somebody they want a veteran that's okay with being a backup, and Aaron Rodgers wants to start.
Teddy Bridgewater, Jameis Winston, can name a bunch. Bailey Zappi.
Well,
Russell Wilson's a free agent still.
Here's the thing. So allegedly they want to wait and see if the Vikings go ahead, or excuse me, the Vikings want to see if the Falcons are going to go ahead and cut Kirk Cousins.
Well, when they already had done that?
Well, they're
with the roster bonus?
Well, here's the thing. That's the whole point, right? Is that, all right, so nobody traded for him. Because essentially they thought, all right.
Who's they?
The Vikings, right? Or probably the Falcons, too. Are thinking, hey, someone's going to go ahead and trade for Kirk Cousins, which makes sense, right?
And the phone line was just dead.
Absolutely, it was dead, right? Because part of it is, you wonder too, what was Cleveland, or excuse me, what was Atlanta thinking they were going to get for a Kirk Cousins?
They have
right?
no leverage whatsoever.
There's this idea. I mean, I heard something today on G-Bag. They read a report that apparently there was they think they were going to get a 3rd round pick. You ain't getting no 3rd round pick for Kirk Cousins?
Yikes.
At this stage? No, you ain't getting a 3rd round pick.
You're not getting a 3rd round pick for guys that are way better.
You might get a 4th.
Nah, I don't even think a 4th.
I look, you get a 4th round pick for Kirk Cousins.
Maybe.
For a backup quarterback?
That's what, 38 off an Achilles? Feels like he's 42.
I mean, it feels like he's been around forever.
Off an Achilles, making a gajillion dollars.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, though. You won't have to pay it. I mean, especially if he gets cut.
No, yeah, that part I do agree with.
I mean, you could do a lot worse, because here's the thing about Kirk Cousins that you like, and we've all seen this, and this kind of segues beautifully into the next part. Kirk Cousins ain't going to rock the boat.
No. Well, there's a lot of quarterbacks that aren't going to rock the boat, Fred. We talk about this.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, at the very least,
you can do all the things right. If you do not have the quarterback, front office, and coach, it doesn't really matter. It just doesn't. You can have the best draft and have Max Crosby and Myles Garrett and Micah Parsons on your D-line. It doesn't matter. You don't have the quarterback and front office in place.
No, I agree with that. I'm just saying, like, but my point is that you can bring him in and he's just going to be a good soldier for you, is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Like, he's going to, hell, he might even coach up. Because here's the thing. We didn't hear any negative about him in Atlanta when he got benched for Michael Penix.
I thought we did when they drafted him, about like the kind of practices and kind of him not lending a hand to teaching. Now, it wasn't a heavy story, but I could have swore I read some stuff about when they drafted Penix, him not getting the phone call, him being surprised they drafted Penix.
Well, that part, yeah. Now, that
him
part
not really
makes
reaching
sense.
his hand out and helping him. Now, maybe I could be reading completely wrong in it, but I could have swore I remember stories about him not being very helpful.
We didn't hear anything about as the season went on.
Like, it wasn't some nagging issue, agreed.
Yeah.
But he also was starting 85% of the season.
Yeah, but he didn't complain after he got benched.
That we heard of.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If it was that bad, do you think they're keeping him around?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Dude, look, what do you think Kirk Cousins is going to do?
Where do we put Jerry Jeudy? He was 6th in the league in receiving. We didn't mention his name.
There's a reason.
I mean, he put up the numbers with terrible quarterbacks, 1,229 yards.
That's the problem. Yeah.
I just want to know if you factor out that Broncos game, where how far does he fall
He had like
down?
400 yards.
Yeah, I was going to say,
how far does he drop?
That game there, because he had almost, 300 yards that game, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, hell, because that was a Thursday night game. Hell, you and I were on the air. Because, Jameis went for almost 500 yards
like
that
500,
game, didn't he?
yeah.
He threw for over 400 at the very least.
So where does he fall? Tier 3?
Jeudy?
We can't just put everyone in tier 3, just everyone who's good but not great. It's like 20 receivers in there.
I mean, here's the thing. How many times were we talking about Jeudy outside of that game?
Never.
I don't know, man. I think he might be underrated.
I'm sure he had a few good games.
Ladd McConkey? Is he in the same Garrett Wilson Scary Terry.
No, I'm putting him in the Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas category. I mean, you had 3.
Jackson Smith. They all in the same tier, all the guys you just named?
I'd put him up one above just because he's now done it 2 years in a row. Like he had a good
and he's
rookie
about to be
season,
the guy this year.
And he's about to be the guy. So you figure he had a good rookie year, stepped it up year 2, and then now he's going to be the guy in year 3.
Cortland Sutton. He's putting up numbers when no one talks about him.
Cortland Sutton, I think, is a guy that finally had a legit quarterback thrown to him, and you saw the difference in his game as the season went on.
Shout out to SMU.
Zay Flower stock dropping a little bit. I think I had him bottom of tier 2, top of tier 3 last year, and I think
he's a tier 3 guy. I mean, look, if he doesn't get hurt, it's a different conversation, right? I mean, him getting hurt at the end of the year killed him.
I know a guy we forgot to mention. This guy's going to my tier 2. He's going with Puka. He's going with Amon-Ra. He's going with A.J. Brown. It's Nico Collins.
Yeah,
I was about to say
Nico Collins is tier 2 to me, and teetering on tier 1.
Well,
Dude, he was the best receiver in football until he got hurt last year. This guy was a monster.
Okay, I get it.
M-O-N-S-T-E-R.
I'm not putting him as one of the best. I'm not putting him as one of the
I got him in tier
best
2.
wide receivers.
I got him in tier 2. I'm just saying, if there would be a guy that you said, Blake, who do you think would jump from tier 2 to tier 1, it would be Nico Collins.
He's going to have another
Over
big
Amon-Ra.
year.
Over Amon-Ra.
He's going to have another big
I think
year.
he's a better receiver than Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra puts up better numbers and is in a great offense. I do think Nico Collins is a better route runner and receiver than Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra is great. Slot heavy guy. I'll say that. That's my little dig. DJ Moore. So many receivers.
I like DJ Moore.
Doesn't get talked about a lot.
DJ Moore is. I was hoping the Chiefs would trade for him, but they never did.
I think a good pick.
And I'm going to tell you right now. Go ahead and throw this guy in your tier 3, who could be tier 2 by the end of the year. Rashee Rice.
Oh, agreed.
Rashee Rice
no pushback.
was. I tell you what, the Super Bowl would have looked completely different if Rashee Rice
no pushback
would have been there
there.
last year. I'm telling you what, that dude was having a monster first 3 weeks of the season.
Rashee Rice or Garrett Wilson?
Oh, Rashee all day because Rashee's
Easy?
a dog. Rashee's a dog.
I agree.
Rashee's a dog.
Rashee Rice or
Yeah,
Jackson
Wilson
Smith?
cries too much, bro.
Rashee Rice or Jackson Smith?
Oh, Rashee all day.
Whoa.
All day. I mean, I'm telling you right now.
That comfortable?
Because Rashee Rice.
Rashee or Malik?
Oh, Rashee all day, every day.
Over Neighbors?
Over Malik Neighbors?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fred,
Take the Chiefs bias away. I love me some Rashee
Where's
Rice.
Rashee Rice?
Rashee Rice or Nico Collins?
Rashee Rice.
What are we
Okay.
doing?
What are we doing?
I think
Okay.
Rashee Rice is
He
like
had
a top.
900 yards and 8 touchdowns as a rookie and was leading all receivers through 3 weeks of week 2.
Who said through?
Or 3 weeks of his second season.
Blake, I want to point out, I didn't try and gas up Chris Olave in this segment whatsoever.
Yeah. I love Rashee Rice. I really have
Yeah.
zero
He's
bad
cool.
things to say
He's
about him.
cool.
Okay.
But he's not like is he top 10?
What, wide receiver?
Yeah.
When it's all said and done, yes, absolutely.
What is all said and done? Right
What
now,
he
brother.
said.
Yes, right now.
Right now, brother.
Dude, I mean, we're talking about a guy. We're talking about a guy.
Okay, is Jamar
who-
better than okay, let's
Look, no, real quick. If Rashee Rice
I don't need you to bring up the stats. I think he's
goes
good.
in the first round 2 years ago, which he should have.
Oh god, now we're doing the if and should have.
No,
okay.
the reason why he didn't was because he
I
hell.
wonder
some
why
team-
I wonder why he didn't go in the first round.
You know why? No, I'll tell you why. So teams.
I wonder why.
Some teams took him off his board. Off their board. Okay.
I wonder why,
Yeah,
Fred.
he's a little bit of a hey. Look, does he maybe march to the beat of his own drum a little bit? Maybe he does. Maybe he does. Okay, but I want that in my football players.
Okay, answer me this and we'll get out of here.
Rashee Rice over everybody.
Is Jamar Chase better than him?
Over who?
Jamar Chase or Rashee? Answer to the darn
Jamar
question.
Chase.
Okay, that's one.
Jamar
Justin
Chase.
Jefferson?
Yes.
CeeDee Lamb?
Yes.
Amon-Ra.
Nope.
Puka.
You think
Nope.
he's better than Amon-Ra?
I'm telling you right now,
Wicked
you
word.
wait and see. Number 4, Rashee
So
Rice,
he's the fourth-
North Richland Hill, stand up. You know what time it is.
He's the fourth best receiver in the league.
100%. Not even close.
He's better than Puka.
Top 5.
I feel like we can take
Top
a we can take a
five.
bet on
Talk
this.
about- hey,
There
argue with
needs
your
to be a
barbers.
wager on
Argue
it.
with your barbers.
Like, I'm not mad if you put Rashee at 10, 11, 12. I think he does
I'm putting
have
Rashee
that.
at 5. I'm telling you right now, he was the number 1 wide receiver in the NFL through 3 weeks before his knee went out. Boom, done. And had he stayed healthy, my God, wait, because I'm telling you right now,
the only person you trade for him would be Chase Jefferson and CD.
that's it.
That's insane.
That's it. I ain't touching it. Nobody else. Because I'm telling you right now, Rashee Rice built different.
I agree.
North Richland Hills,
This is not
stand
a hate.
up.
This is not a hate on Rashee. I draft him in fantasy.
Absolutely.
He's great.
No, I'm telling you
but
right
he's
now.
not better than
Yes, he is.
all those guys
Yes,
we
he
just
is.
named.
100% he is. I mean, based off what?
Sober minded, think he's better than Amon-Ra?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not
Yes.
an Amon-Ra guy. I really don't
Yes.
care for Amon-Ra.
Is he better than Brian Thomas?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, what are we not pretending like through the first 3 weeks of the season this guy was murdering the game?
The first 3 weeks, Fred. First 3 weeks, Davis. Terry McLaurin? Is he better than Terry McLaurin? Is he better than Terry McLaurin?
No, not even close.
Like I want to point out, throughout the first 3 weeks, we were unbeatable. A lot can change after the first 3 weeks.
First two. And oh, by the way, he got hurt.
Is he better than Tyreek Hill?
This stage.
Why do you pause on Tyreek Hill but not Nico, not Brian Thomas, not Malik Neighbors?
Because Tyreek Hill's different.
I wonder why you say that, Fred. I wonder why.
You like Tyreek Hill and you like Rashee Rice.
You know I do.
How do you feel about Marquise Brown?
Marquise Brown?
Big fan of Kareem Hunt.
Take him or leave him. Love me some Grinder. Fair
foul.
Shout out Rashee Rice.
Love it, Rashee Rice. I'm telling you right now. And what worries me, as much as I want to say he'll take that leap in this next season, he's going to miss 6 games.
I think there's another Rice that would go in Fred's catalog of people he likes.
Who, Jerry?